Hello, welcome back. Next video in our 40k Warhammer 40k 11th edition week. Maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks in my schedule. 2 kids, a job, other hobbies. So maybe we take several weeks, but 1 week sounds better for you. So today we are building one Palatine, one Paragon Warsuit, and each one of the superior Novitiate and superior Repentia from the Armageddon Box. So this new Adepta Sororitas box. And yeah, so the Palatine should be really easy. We just have this one side and the other side. So we have nearly no options. I think the only option is the pistol and the head. And it's monopose, so we just start clipping our legs. So I thought about, for painting purposes, if I will glue it on a cork to spray it from beneath, but yeah, I'm very optimistic that I will be able to spray the models from beneath, so we can have the nice details you will never see in an actual game. You all know the struggle. We all paint these lovely miniatures with insane details like this part of the body. You can build shadows here, and if you glue it on your base, basically nobody ever will see it, but you will know you give your best. And that's the struggle we all have to do. Or maybe some of you love painting and enjoy this. For me, it's I love my miniatures and I love when they paint it, but I like building more and playing, and the painting is just necessary. And I'm most of the time just happy with a battle ready standard, so no super intense highlighting of every facial part or something like that. So we glued together the legs. It's very easy, it's push fit. Just take a little bit, a little drop. I will always take the Revell. You can have a very nice control of it. I'm clipping with the Army Painter clipper. Mine is old, I need a new one. And then for removal I got this Army Painter knife and the nail file for this. So legs, then we start with the back and the front and just glue it to the legs. It's a very straightforward model, but the sisters are straightforward, so the model is just what they are. Okay, here, that's typical for Games Workshop. I try to show you on the camera. Here's the focus. You got your nice Imperial Eagle on the shoulder pad, and right on the shoulder pad you got your sprue clip. So why couldn't you have that like here or even here where later the helmet is? Must it go here, or couldn't we just skip this part? It's so annoying. Every time there's one part you think about why would you put it here? So all the other parts are okay. I can show you in a second. And then this one I will clip like a big piece. So like on the On the cloak, you just can trim it away, and it's fine. Maybe some more trimming here on the cloak. We want a very smooth cloak for the daughters of the Emperor. So very smooth, gently remove that. And here, so for example, several years ago I built an Tyrannite army. I on purpose left some of these leftovers and just paint them as more tooths and claws and things. But on a hero model for the Adepta Sororitas, we don't need claws and tooths. We need a clean, smooth finish. What I can recommend is, if you get some mold lines, like here, we got a mold line right here. So don't use the sharp edge of your knife. So you got your the flat and the sharp knife. Turn it around and then gently scroll over. The knife is hard enough, and then maybe you can see this. You just scrap away the mold line without harming your miniature. I picked that up from another YouTube channel, and I'm very grateful for this tip. So now to the eagle. It already broke. And now we can see. Where's my focus? Here. So we got the eagle here. And right on top, we now got this little edge. And I will try to get rid of it. Very, very careful. Okay, so it's just not necessary to put it there. Okay. I will stop complaining. I'm sorry. I'm just annoyed that they don't learn it after 20 years. It's always the same. Okay, so very important. Keep your arms and legs tight from or clean from this clipping parts. If you don't do it right and you will glue them later, you will get, well, I will try it like this. You will get this cracks. So I will, on purpose making these, and you got this little crack because you have some left over there, and then you have to cut it away. So be sure on the glue parts, always be very clean and very flat. So I forgot one. Just telling you guys that, and then I nearly forget one. So this is where the legs are supposed to go, and therefore we have to be very careful. So we take a little bit of glue, and that's why I love this Revell contactor. It has a very thin needle and it's very less output when you not squeeze it like a maniac. So if I squeeze it very hard, the output is of course very high. But why would I do this? So and then on the legs, I'm always a little bit more generous because I'm not totally sure where the contact point is. And therefore we just flip this in and it snuggles right in. Very, very good. Like so we are already got the pose. What I will do, they say we will glue the weapon, the sword, then the head, and after that all we put it on the base. We put it on the base. So what I like to do is putting the model on the base first, so we don't have to carry the whole glued model. We will just put some glue. I don't know if you all know that, how this special Revell, or maybe all of these miniature glues work. They will melt your miniature, like a very, very tiny part of your miniature, and they will melt the different part where you put it on. And when it cures, it gets really rock solid and mixed together. That's why it's so stable. Like you can drop this on the ground, and for sure the leg will not leave the base. Everything else can break, but not the legs and the base. I will have to figure out. Okay, she's running with one leg, so we didn't have to glue both feet. I will put her a little bit behind, like hopefully you can see this, not like this. So with the cape on the edge, so I can add some nice scenery to the front of the model. Maybe a bush or a skull, some crackling earth, something like that. Okay, I did not use enough glue. I can hold it as long as I want if I don't have glue. So if you take too much glue, it will just not start curing because it's so much. So less is more with this special kind of glue. And then it's just a method of holding. Maybe I will skip this part and we will see us when I'm gluing in the pistol and the rest of the model. So I decided to call her Clementine. So it's Palatine Clementine. And it's much more easy to pronounce. So Clementine is now fixed on the bottom. It's just this 1 foot here, like normal for Games Workshop, and their dynamic poses, they only have a small point. I let the Revell glue cure overnight just because of my kids need me, and so it's rock solid now. So we can get finished with our backpack, the plasma pistol, and the helmless head. So I think about, and of course the sword. I think I will start with the pistol. I had a look about the time if I build the four miniatures I told you I will. The video will maybe very long. I think the Warsuit will take longer than this than Clementine here. It's a tiny piece on the arm. Yeah, so maybe I will fast forward some of the building processes from the other miniatures and just stop where I think it's important or, yeah, just necessary. So how does the arm fit in here? It just slides in very nice. Yeah, you can say what you want about the models from Games Workshop, but the assembly is always very neat and very fitting. I like that the pistol is actually like in a 90 degrees and not like up, down, something like that. It's like, if you look at this, she's really shooting with like aiming. I think that's somehow cool and gives a touch of realism. So then we need the head. The head is very easy. Did we have a mold line? No. So just a little bit of glue, and then hopefully I didn't tell that too early because there is this little nuggle. I know Games Workshop. I will cut that off, the little piece here. Can you see this on the what do you call it, head? Okay, just get rid of that. And then we can turn the head like we want to, and not like Games Workshop like. And then we can give it a little turn more, so she actually is looking over, like, over the pistol. Okay, I think that's very nice. So, pistol, head, 2 more pieces. We need the backpack, very important. As a child, I thought these were jetpacks and wondered why no model is flying around if they all have jetpacks. So we need this sword thing. Okay, so I always keep the leftover parts for kit bashing, or if some friends want to kit bash something and asking, oh, do anybody have a helmet? And then you can say, yeah, I can look that up. Because we are all a big Warhammer or tabletop family, we have to support each other. So very easy, just push that in, very nice. We got our sword. And then I think I saw a lot of people who will keep the backpack separated, but I'm not the guy for keeping things separated. I will glue my models together in the whole process, and yeah, it would take maybe some seconds or minutes more to paint them, but for me that's totally worth it. Get rid of this tiny bit here, and then a drop of glue. Remember, don't do too much, and then just snuggle it in. So maybe did the backpack first, can't push it so, and that's it. Clementine is finished and now ready for priming. I will prime with Army Painter's Mud White from a spray can. Therefore, I will put these corks down, so I have a little handle, and then I can spray from beneath and get in every recess from the bottom. And yeah, then it's painting time, but we will look at up in the next video. So next we will build the superior for the Novitiate, and after that the superior Repentia, and last and least the Paragon Warsuit. Okay, who's next? Sister Novitiate squad leader. The Palatine has a name. We will remember her as Clementine. So I think for the Novitiate squad leader, we will actually call her Theresa. I think Theresa is some name associated with the Bible. So we will build her like this. So if you look at the pictures, we got the blue version with the sword and the pistol, and a green version with a bolt gun, sorry. And therefore, we are building the blue line. The first 3 steps are the same. Then you decide blue or green, and we will go like this. I forgot to press record, so I already pinned out 1, 2, and 4, and 5. And now I registered that in the moment where I just in the last step to pin out number 3. And we got our 32 mil base right. I can't pick it up. Right here. So, as usual, take your time to get rid of all the excess. Oh, it's very, very bad on the cloak here. You really can see it here and here. So what I will do is I will first gently just cut a little piece off. And when I'm sure I got the most of it, I will just take my file and gently try to get it smoothened. So when you rub it and you can't feel it, normally it should be not visible after painting. So I think this one is good. We had one on the bottom and one on the shoulder. Okay, so first part. Then we got our little piece on the front between the legs. Lendenschurz in German. I don't know the English word. It would be purple in the end, so. Okay, next, the right leg. So very important to get the axis on the foot because that's where you glue it and you want a smooth and even gluing point. Okay, so let's carve this out here and over there. So next, and then we can start gluing. I know for safety reasons I should not pull the knife in my direction, but I tried it the other way around. I just have no control and no feeling at all about the blade. And like this, I can do very, very careful, tiny bits. So for me, that works better. But I know I should draw the knife away from me. That's what I tell my kids, like, don't pull the knife to your body. And then I'm doing the exact opposite when they're asleep. So once again, my glue got stuck. I don't know why that happened. It's at one point every time it gets stuck, and then I just can start all over again. So let's have a look what is going where. This part is going that way. Is that right? Yes, okay. So if you're not sure, just dry fit it like I did. Put a piece in place, and if you think that looks right, then yeah, glue it. Okay, so we got our leg. Put our glue down, and then I think the leg got a curve here, so it will snuggle here. Yeah, okay, that don't seem right. Can I? So the second leg is behind. Okay. So it is here, like this. Oh, that is a nightmare to paint here. Yes. So next step is gluing the front. If you have a look, it glued around the shoulders, the middle part. Just a little drop here, then round here on the edges. Maybe a drop here, and then very careful. Okay, so And then, very important, because it's a leader, you will have a look, and it's the model longest on the table. Look that here are no gaps between the shoulders and the cloak. For example, if you got a small cut, like you cut too much or you didn't get an access, for my opinion, I just take a little drop of glue. I will show you. I try to show you. Just a little drop of glue, and then smear it like this. And as I explained with Clementine, the glue actually melts and then like fuse it together. So if you gently pull it that way, you can make gaps disappear, so small gaps. Okay, and after that, there's the leg. So is that right? Yes. And after that, we will dry fit the legs, and we see it's the toe and the whole foot. Okay, quick break. My wife got home. I had to say hello, and Theresa did enjoy it. Had curing time, so it's like now pretty solid. Not perfect. Still needs some minutes, but we can easily think about gluing the sword, the pistol, and the backpack. So there are some options, I think, for the sword, but we just take the blast blade like shown here. Clip it. Sword. Where is my lovely plasma pistol? So plasma pistol, and then we need the backpack and the star thing for symboling that she's some kind of holy. My church English isn't that good. I know what it is, but I don't know the name. Also in German you would say Heiligenschein or Heiligenkranz in this case. So once again, we will get rid of our residue, especially important on the backpack because it's very prominent with our Heiligenkranz. Okay, one. This is actually a good point. On the downside of these things, you would not recognize if you don't pretty clean up everything. The worst part is the sword. Every time on the blade you got to focus the residue on the sword, and I absolutely hate Games Workshop who are doing that. Why on earth would you destroy the perfect shape of this power sword by putting the sprue connection here on the blade? It's so dumb. Where is the second one? Oh, yeah, here. So plasma pistol, and on the arm. Oh yeah, here it's a perfect. You can see that if you don't get rid of this small part here, like this one, you can't glue your arm on the right spot. Okay, then just, where's the armpit? Okay, like here. Okay, and I have some light. So I changed my light, so I had better lighting for the video, but it's harder for me now to actually see the model or something like that. So she is holding her sword like more down. How did they manage to do that? Wouldn't it be cooler like this? In front? She's holding it like downwards. I think it's more like she's taking a step, and I think if you step, your sword wouldn't be in front of your legs, so it would be in front of, so pointing to the enemy, because she's walking. Yeah, maybe we just can pull this in, and then I leave it like this. So she can move her legs and also parry incoming swords while walking towards the enemy. Okay, next, the pistol. Yeah, and also here, the pistol could be a little bit more up and maybe a little bit outward leaning. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we will glue, where is it? Here we will glue the Heiligenkranz in place. Push it a little bit in so there's no gap. And then we will have a drop of glue inside and outside for maximum glue effect. So, oh, it should be straight. Okay, what is happening? Why is, okay, you can slide it in like this. Okay, great. So we got our pose of the walking from the top. We got the sword, the pistol, and I think the last thing is the head. So we have different options. We can take this big head, the also big head but with less ornaments, or the small head. I will take this one. I don't like how this looks, something like a cactus, and this looks like a church tower in Thailand from the Buddhism church temple. That's very strange. So we will take a 14 as a head. Where is our 14 head? Here it is. So, okay. And of course we just cut it. Okay, then, so I registered a slide moving, so I will do a little drop of glue around the main gluing point, the foot, maybe a little here, and then glue the head and let Theresa rest. Okay, so is her head straight? Yes, that looks good. So now rest and dry. And we are moving on to our next female main character of this series, the sister Repentia squad leader. Okay, Repentia squad, the woman with the I don't know how many whip. I think she has this very aggressive face, like she's really angry and whipping the hell out of these other Repentia sisters. So I thought about a strong name, and I thought about a Hilda, and then I thought, no, that's too normal. And then I thought, I watched the TV show The Handmaid's Tale, and there they made Hilda to Hulda. So I think she is better known as Hulda Repentia squad leader. So what do we need, and do we have options to build her? Okay, so there is obviously the book. Obviously taking the book. The whip is cool too, but I think I will mix them up. So we will go with the blue line for the head, and then we will take this arm 12 with the wriggled whip, but also the book, and we put the second whip on her chest. So we got a mix of both of these. Okay, then I already sorted out the right sprue. We take part 1 and 2. Oh, that's a big piece. Why would you do that? Okay, so 2 and 1 is over here. Sometimes I will glue my main parts together like this. So if there's no sprue residue to collide, I will glue them together like this, and then get rid of the residue if that's perfect. Like here, it's perfectly on the line, so you got a very smooth gluing line. But in this case, something else is disturbing, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this small part here. And here's a little overhang. So if you carve a little bit too much, it's they are battle-worn veteran sisters. Their armor could easily have a ditch or two, a scratch here. We found it. Here's the. We have to get rid of this for better gluing. Okay. So one last dry fit. Yeah, much better. Okay, it was like here, a little bit there, but not the shoulders. Okay, then I actually will already glue her down. I think that's much more easy to handle. Okay, Hulda, stay here. I think that's very, now where I see the pose, look at this. What is wrong with her feet? She's like making a axe with her legs. That looks like some yoga position. Okay, while this is drying a little bit, we getting our parts 5 and 6, and maybe already 3. So 6, very easy to spot. What is 6 actually? What I'm looking at here? So there are all some purity seals and some of the celestial symbols. Okay, yeah. And 5 is just a normal backpack. And part 3 is this one. Very careful for the symbol here. It's very, very thin on the edge. Okay, and let's clean this up. And I think Hulda is already dried then. It's a very fast drying. So the first stage, it will take, I think, like 15 minutes to really cure in full if you take just one drop, but after 1, 2, 3 minutes you already got a very strong cohesion. That's very nice. Okay, so first part, then yeah, we got only this big one down here, and on this part we need to be careful. No, it looks very good actually. Okay, so we will start with part 3. It's the shoulders which need gluing, and a little part here, and then we will put it together. Oh, there is, I should have dry fit this. There is a little gap, but I think we can get away with our gluing trick from before. I don't know why this is happening. Okay, so that's better. And turn around, Hulda. Get ready for your backpack. Maybe we actually glue the backpack. Sorry for my mumbling. I'm not sure if I will edit my mumbling and just play some music, or if I just keep it for your entertainment. Me mumbling to some minifigures on my table. Is that right? Yes. It's flat here, it's there. Yeah, okay. And then we put that together. So never take your miniature like that and say, oh, it's not. Just come from the shoulders, and from the shoulders the backpack should be like in a straight line. Okay, so the first steps, oh no, I forgot the holster. What would we do without our holster? Did you actually see that these holsters are so small? And is there a bolt pistol here? No. So we will take the novice sprue over here, just to show you what I was thinking. This is a bolt pistol, like the normal Imperial bolt pistol, and that is the normal holster. Like, in what world would this bolt pistol fit in this holster? That's just not possible. Even the auto pistol, it's just too big and too long. I think that's very, very strange how magical these holsters are. It's like the backpack of Hermione Granger from Harry Potter, where she has her whole life. I think it's one of the later parts, like maybe 6 or something like that. So then we need part 12 and 11, and of course head number 9. The name giving head of Hulda. Let's actually, where's the camera? Here? Okay, sorry. Like here, she's very angry. Okay, yeah, she got a squad of sinners to command. I would be angry too if I'm in charge of all the sinners and they had to fight for redemption. I would be mad anyways if I had to fight at all with all these crazy people, orcs, tyrannites, heretics, and all of them just want to kill or eat me. Where's the book? Here's the book. So, head, whip, book. And we want like part 13, the extra, the spare whip. Okay, I think that these are all the parts, and then let's clean them up and glue them together. Okay, great. It's like so that's an example for if the point from the sprue, the fitting point, were like here or there, I would maybe like here think about letting that go and just say, yeah, there's a spike on the whip for more painful encouragement. The tough love of the emperor. Like I sometimes do it with Tyrannites or orcs or something like that. So yeah, okay, I forgot one, so from now on it's a spike or a teeth, a bone, something like that. I think with our sisters we have to be cleaner than this. Okay, careful with the book. So the book is an old book, it got some shards. And then least the head. Now I'm very excited for painting these models. They will look awesome. Okay, but I will have to fix this too, because there is a little gap and I don't want gaps on my Hulda. She will get very angry with me if I not remove this. So how is this book fitting here? Like this. Raise your book high in the air. Maybe like this. I think with fantasy miniatures, sometimes they had open books while fighting, and I think it's way more believable that Hulda knows this stuff in and out from her heart, and she don't need to read, she just yell from her, she remembered all the things and then just start yelling in the battle. So how does the whip works? It's like on the side, okay. On the side must be like this. Yes. Oh, oh. Yeah, maybe not like this. is happening, Hulda? Get it together, woman. Okay, now we think we get it. Yeah, the extra whip. Where would you put this on the belt? So we just make a dip here, and then here's a little belt holder thing. Okay. I start getting tired. It's late while I'm recording this. So a tiny drop to fix it. So we got Hulda. Can we all see her with her whip, encouragement whip, the book, the extra whip, even the nails on her coat. Yes, very nice. So, and then there's only one left, the Paragon Warsuit for this video, and we will see us when I sorted out the sprues. Okay, Paragon Warsuit Superior. I thought about a name and then I think it's hilarious. I remember the Power Rangers. There was the pink Power Ranger, and she was a girl, and her name was Kimberly. So the Paragon Warsuit Superior is now Kimberly. Okay. Yeah, I had a look about this, about magnetizing, and I think it's doable if you magnetize like one magnet here, there, and there. So in the parts here, and then maybe in the joint. But I will tell for sure that it wouldn't be easy. And I think we will build the warsuit as a whole, this one, first without the weapons, so we can have a look if there's a possibility to magnetize them. So we start normal with our legs. So our both legs, then the feet, all the armor plating, and then glue it down. I think that's for every cyborg, walker, titan, chaos knights. They're all the same. Build one leg, build a second leg, put the hip thing in the middle, and then glue it down. So we need 136 and 136 is here. So if I can't magnetize them, I will always go for the bolter because I love how they look. Just so chunky and screaming, dangerous. Love them. So we need 127. Where is that part? 104, 127. And then 110 and 112. Why wouldn't you do that as one part? 110. Yeah. And 112. So these are the parts for the first leg, and then we just go on with the next leg. And then a little cut here. 104, we already see this. Oh, I lost it again. It's over here. And then 13 and 11. Did any of you guys play Warhammer Rogue Trader? I'm playing this with a friend. And I think on the first look, this shoe looks like your ship somehow. Okay, then the cleaning starts. Put the base right here. Okay, so we got a nasty position right on the kneecap. We can fix this with the not the sharp side of the blade. Just gently remove the mold lines. I think it's funny. It's the first real mold line on the whole set. Maybe it's because it's bigger than the other parts. I don't know. So sometimes checking the mic. I think it could be nearly empty. And I don't want to build everything and then have no sound like with one of my Victory at Sea videos. The mic just went off and I was talking about like 5 minutes before I registered, oh, there something went wrong. And then I just tried to watch my video and comment what I'm seeing, and I was always a little bit late and it looked a little bit yeah, odd. I think after today I will just recharge the microphone. If you're interested in what microphone I did use, what camera holder I'm using, or just anything like that, just ask. I will gladly provide the links from Amazon. They are not affiliate links. Some people on YouTube recommend them to me, and why not share this knowledge with you guys if you're interested. And if nobody ever watches this video, it's fine too. I'm not doing this for how do you call that, honor and money or views or something like that. I would just do it because I like building figures, painting them, and that's some way of enjoying my hobby without having time really to play. Maybe I should say that in the beginning or not on the end where nobody's watching. Yeah, but if you're watching, I very much appreciate. Okay, so we will glue this big part here. Okay, the big part up. Why isn't that working? Okay. Should be a little bit on the right side. Did I forget this? No, it's flat. And then the shoe. The glue is nearly empty. I already bought a second one. The feet are like claws. And then make sure you glue your foot in the right position. not that happened to me with my Warhound Lance box, and I put one foot the other way around. That was unfortunate. I think they are locked in on this position. Could be that right? Yeah, I think so. Looks a little bit very steep. Maybe I will wait for the foot in the last moment so we can change everything. So we got one leg, then go to the second leg. Sometimes it's very strange. You're doing the same thing and don't fit like the other one. Okay, so the legs are done. So we need all the plating, the little knight plating parts. Separate these guys here. Then we need 15 and 14 for, I call it the hip, because yeah, normally it should be where with a human the hip is. Turn this around. If I build something the first time, it's sometimes very hard to figure out where the parts are. Here. That's very tiny. I think it would be bigger. Okay, so we got this. And I think this is the position where I told with Hulda. I will glue this together and then remove the mold lines, because I think it's very, how does that fit? Like this. It's thick on my finger. Okay, so we got this, and then we can see where the actual mold line is, or the leftovers, and just make a flat surface all together. And then I will put on the plating after gluing it down so I can grab it easier, or more easy. Okay, do you see this little bullets here? These little bullets go in these 3 little holes. So you should be sure that it's in the right direction. Like we got our holes in the back, so it fits like this. Is that right? No. Now it's right. See, it's very, very flush. Okay, now it happened. The microphone went off. It's dead. I can recharge with an USB-C cable. That's not here. So I cleaned up that. I make a wave in here. I will fast forward the silent part, I think, and we will have to see in post-cutting how we manage this. So I think now I'm recording on my normal phone microphone, and we will see how that works, which quality we can get out of there. Hopefully Google and Lightworks, which I use for cutting my videos, will provide me some audio optimizing tools. Okay, so we're 18 minutes in just for the legs. It's insane. I would not thought about this. So maybe I will just speed a lot up and just cut here and there on important places, and will just fast forward a lot of these building steps. Okay. Maybe, for example, this part. How should you glue this if there's a leg? It's like this, more on top. So then there's the question, should I glue this thing? Okay, this thing, and it's in here. So, and then I think that needs to go in here. So we will gently remove that once again, then glue this part down. Yes, like this. Okay, it fits perfect. You don't have to arrange anything. And then we can glue this back right on top. So first the middle and then the front and the back piece. Makes sense. So folks, everything went completely wrong. My cell phone shut down due to the heat. So I finished the last pieces, the heavy bolter and the weapon off camera. And then I primed the miniatures already in white for the next step, the painting. Let's zoom in a little bit. So I think in white we can see some details more clear. I will rotate it carefully. So we got Kimberly, then here Theresa. I'm not sure if it was too hot, but the spray can was very dry. Hopefully it's okay while painting. Then, of course, Hulda. And Primus inter pares, the first of her kind, Clementine. So I'm sorry for the mix-up in this video. For the next time I will charge everything to the maximum, and then I think I will split the painting guides in maybe even 4 parts, 4 smaller parts, not one giant part as now. Please excuse my clumpiness. Yeah, it's my first month or so now. I think 3 months in YouTube, and it's the first time I'm doing a video like this with actual real miniatures, with details and building process, and so it will get better. Be patient, and I wish you all the best. Have a nice one. Goodbye.